Okay, Dallas, top 5 third baseman going into 2025. I'm just going to preface this by saying I don't have Alex Bregman on my list because he's a second baseman. He doesn't belong on this list. He's not a third baseman anymore. You ask Rafael Devers, is he a third baseman? No. You ask Tristan Casas, is he a third baseman? No. So leading off my list, number 5, Austin Riley. I think the down year last year for me cost him the number 3 spot on my list of 115 OPS plus, 0 defensive runs saved, but still a respectable 2.9 WAR.
I have no issue with Austin Riley being up there. Mark Vientos was where I was going. Mark Vientos was a guy just on the outside, and I think for the reasons you may have sort of left Austin Riley out, or he was teeter-tottering for you, was the reason that Mark Vientos did creep in is because the lasting taste I have is Mark Vientos doing what he did in October, hit 327 over 58 plate appearances, 2 homers in that big NLDS game. Unfortunately, they lost, but that's where Vientos came in for me. At my 4 spot, Manny Machado. Manny Machado. Why? Well, because he still steps up in the big moment. We're talking about a dude who hit over 300 with runners in scoring position. He's still got an absolute canyon attached to his shoulder. That's a fucking bazooka from his knees. So Manny at 4 for me.
I agree with you. I also have Manny at 4. He's not as elite defensively as he once was, but he's still an above average defender at the position. It's still a 120 OPS plus. So Manny at number 4. At number 3 for me, Rafael Devers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The second baseman or the DA?
No, he's the third baseman. He's the third baseman of the Boston Red Sox. A 139 OPS plus, Dallas. A 135 OPS plus since the start of 2021. MVP votes in all 4 seasons of the last 4 years. It's a -9 defensive runs saved, and he's never come close to even a 0 defensive runs saved. Like, we're talking for his career, like -60 something defensive runs saved. So that's why I think 3rd is probably the highest I can justifiably put him because of the defense, and which is why the Red Sox are talking about moving him to DH in the first place.
Wow. Okay, so you have a DH at your third base spot. I actually have a third baseman, and this third baseman has been a 4-win player over the last 3 years. Just won his 2nd Gold Glove. And as far as I'm concerned, I think the only other person he's battling for in terms of leadership in the clubhouse is Tristan Casas right now. So Alex Bregman was going to be my guy in that spot at third base. Moving behind him, I'll take you down to 2nd.
Sure.
This is the 2nd best third baseman in the game as far as I'm concerned. And that's the platinum player. Oh, Matty Chapstick. Matt Chapman out there in the Bay doing big things. He got a little closer to his 2018-2019 form, which only bodes well for the San Francisco Giants, especially when you plug Adames in there. That left side of the infield is absolutely spoken for, and it starts with the platinum player, Matt Chapman.
I also have Chapstick at number 2, Dallas, and not even just got a little bit closer. He got back to 18-19 form with Oakland. Like, this was a 7.1 wins above replacement season. All Matt Chapman really needs to do is hit a little bit, and you're talking about one of the most elite players in baseball because the defense is fantastic. It's 17 defensive runs saved. It's his 5th Gold Glove award and a 125 OPS plus. Like, he's not going to wow you offensively, but just him being slightly above average, a little bit more better than average. Now you're talking about one of the best players in baseball, Matt Chapman, at number 2. And I think we all know who number 1 is. It's the reigning, defending, undisputed best third baseman in baseball, Jose Ramirez. 5 top 5 finishes for MVP in the last 8 seasons. He finished 5th in 2024, an all-star in the last 4 seasons consecutively, a 143 OPS plus, an above average defender, 6 defensive run saved last year.
Yeah, it's the heartbeat of the franchise. It's the heartbeat you see pulsating out on the diamond, and it's over there at the hot corner. Jose Ramirez from either side of the just what the dude brings to the table as far as leadership and presence is concerned, I don't think can be quantified. Somehow, some way, he has continued to ball that up into production at an elite level year in and year out. You mentioned the top 5 finishes in the MVP. How about top 10 in MVP voting 8 of the last 10 years? That's about as consistent as it gets. That's why he is at the top of the list, the best third baseman in the game.
Those are our top 5 third basemen for 2025. Leave us yours in the comments.